Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have another video. And this game is played between Carlson with the white pieces and Andrew Tang as black. So, this is from the Lee Chess titled Arena, and this is a bullet game. So, Carlson with the white pieces opens with e4, and Tang responds with e6. So, going into the French defense, d4, and we have d5. So this is the normal variation of the French. We have e5 going into the advanced variation. And we have knight to d7. So this move is a very strange move, but it supports the push of c5 in the future. So we have knight to f3, c5, and we have c3, so strengthening this d4 pawn. Knight to e7, bishop to d3, and we have knight to c6. Castles, and we have queen to b6, bishop to c2, bishop to e7 and a3, h6, and we have b4 pushing forwards, c captures on d4, c captures on d4, and we have a5. So this is a different move in the position, and there's already been one other game in the database, but from move 12, we have b5, and this is a completely new game. So, how will Tang continue from here? Well, he plays queen takes on b5. We have knight to c3. And we have queen to b6. Rook to b1. And we have queen to d8. Knight to b5. And we have knight to b6. Bishop to e3, and we have knight to c4. Knight to d2. Knight takes on a3. Knight takes on a3. Bishop takes on a3, and we have queen to g4. So, in this position, Andrew Tang decided to play king to f8, because you can't castle in this position because it will force checkmates, because there's a really strange position for you to castle because these very strong bishops controlling these highlighted squares, and the position will be very bad for black. Okay, we have king to f8, and we have f4, bishop to b4, and from here f5 is the recommended move in the position, but instead of this, the move that was played was queen to e8. So, from here, now f6 is the move to play, which you can take advantage of this. And we have g6, closing the position. Knight to f3, bringing another attacker into this very weak position. And we have h5. Queen to f4, and we have a4. Knight to g5. a3, so bringing the pass pawn down the board. There's also another pass pawn on the b file. And we have rook to b3. Andrew Tang decides to play a2. And we have rook to a1, so slicing off the board so this pawn can't go any further. Pawn will be captured soon when white gets the better position. Now we have b5. Bishop to d3, going after the b pawn. And we have rook to a5. Queen to f2, bishop to d7, rook takes on a2, queen to a8. So in this position, the rook wants to take and the queen is supporting this square. But you could also play rook to b2, which also doubles up on this second rank. Now we have rook takes from Magnus on a4, queen takes on a5, and we have rook to b1, king to g8, and we have h4 supporting this knight. King to f8, and we have bishop takes on g6, so taking down the position. F takes, and we have f7, so this position from black is very poor. We have bishop to e7, queen to f4, and in this position you could have king to g7, but the game continued with knight to d8 instead. Now we have rook to f1. Now we have queen to c3, so now this queen wants to get this pawn down the board to promote. But first we have knight to h7 with check, and from here I'll give you a couple of seconds to find the checkmate in 3. So, the winning move in this position is, after the move rook takes on h7, we have queen to h6, so the sacrifice of the queen. And we have reached the position of the thumbnail here. So the point is, there are 2 moves to play. So you can capture on h6, but then you get bishop takes on h6, and that is a checkmate. And this is how the game went. Going back in this position, you can also defend with the rook. And if you defend with the rook, there are 3 variations you could play. So you could play queen to h8 with check, which is the checkmate in 2. Then the other option is rook to g8, and you're going to get, there's loads of different checkmates here. You could play f takes on g8, and you could also promote to a queen, or going back, you could even promote to a rook, and that's also checkmate. And going back in this position, you could bring the bishop down to h6, and that's a checkmate. Or you could simply just take with the queen, and that is checkmate. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video from the Lichess titled Arena bullet game between Carlsen with the white pieces and Andrew Tang as black. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.